Breaking news in Singapore's political scene. What really happened between Minister K Shanmugam and NCMP Leong Mun Wai? Did Leong make racially insensitive remarks, or was this a case of political misrepresentation? And why did PSP Chairman Dr. Cheng Bock step in to set the record straight? Stay with us as we break down this developing controversy, the political stakes, and the wider implications for Singapore's multiracial society. But first, we want to hear from you. Do you think racial issues are being fairly discussed in Parliament? Let us know in the comments. On February 8th, Progress Singapore Party (PSP) Chairman Dr. Cheng Bock took to Facebook to defend his party and Leong Mun Wai against allegations of racial insensitivity. This came after a heated exchange in Parliament on February 5th, where Minister for Home Affairs and Law K Shanmugam accused Leong of making racially charged comments. But what exactly did Leong say? It all started when he questioned the relevance of Singapore's Chinese, Malay, Indian others (CMIO) racial classification framework. For years, critics have argued that CMIO reinforces racial divisions rather than fostering unity. Leong's questioning of the framework was met with Shanmugam's sharp response, accusing him of having a pattern of making racially insensitive statements, particularly on policies like the Singapore-India Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement (CECA) and the Ethnic Integration Policy (EIP) for HDB flats. To support his claims, Shanmugam even distributed handouts of Leong's past remarks, portraying him as someone who stokes racial sentiments. But was that really the case? Leong immediately hit back on February 6th, stating that his concerns were never about race, but about how policies impact Singaporeans' economic opportunities and housing affordability. He warned against the dangerous trend of labeling legitimate policy discussions as racial issues, a move that could stifle debate. Now, here's where things get even more interesting: Dr. Cheng Bock's intervention. In a Facebook post titled Multiracialism, National Issues and Mature Politics, he emphasized that PSP has always been committed to multiracial representation. He pointed out that in the 2020 general election, PSP fielded candidates of different ethnic backgrounds, including Malay, Indian, Chinese, and even a Caucasian candidate. His key message? PSP is not a party that promotes racial division, but one that reflects Singapore's diversity. He also took a shot at the way accusations were made, stating that political discourse should be based on maturity, not inflammatory rhetoric. He went as far as to compare this to the People's Action Party (PAP), questioning whether the PAP truly prioritized minority representation. After all, when former MP Halimah Yacob vacated her seat midterm to become Singapore's first female president, there was no minority replacement in Parliament. This entire saga has ignited a fierce public debate. Some Singaporeans feel that Minister Shanmugam's accusations were an attempt to silence PSP's discussions on economic policies by framing them as racial issues. Others believe that issues like CECA and the CMIO framework do require careful handling, as they can be sensitive topics. And then there's the real issue. How do we move forward in discussing race and national policies in a mature, productive manner? Should political opponents be accused of racism simply for raising tough economic questions? What do you think? Are racial policies in Singapore fair, or do they need an overhaul? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this report insightful, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to 2230 to help us reach 11,000 subscribers. Stay informed with the latest political updates that truly matter to Singaporeans.